I spent 4 days in Osaka and here's everything that I did, but make sure you don't leave anything behind. First thing we hit up was Kunaman Market, which is a place with a bunch of amazing food, and if you go, please try this AFAV Wagyu. It literally melts in your mouth. Then as a coffee lover, of course, we're gonna find coffee shops in Japan, and Arlog became one of my favorites from the trip that I visited 2 different locations. The matcha with espresso is now my new favorite thing. The next day for breakfast, we wanted to try the viral Japanese souffle pancakes, and these did not disappoint at all. I got the tiramisu one and it was hitting. Conveniently enough, the breakfast place was near a bunch of shops, so we did some shopping. And the second street here was probably one of the biggest ones I've ever been to. I've been on the hunt for a windbreaker and I found this Umbra one that I thought was really cool, so I ended up copying. And nearby was even more shops that were all lined up on this place called Orange Street that I would recommend to check out. They had places like Supreme, Union, Babe, literally all kinds of shops here. But after I needed to refuel with some sushi to do even more shopping, hit up this very popular ring shop where they do engravings that I low-key wish I never went to, because this is where I lost my windbreaker jacket that I bought at 2nd Street, which definitely sucked, but I tried not to let it ruin my mood. Then of course we had to go to Onitsuka Tiger, which is a must in Japan, and I did end up copying the most popular yellow colorway, but it was a little bit of a different version, so I'm not that much of an NPC. And ended off the night visiting the Running Man sign, which is a must in Osaka. Next day was Universal Studios Day, which is something fun to do when you're in Osaka. But one thing I will preface is definitely get the express pass, because the wait times here are just insane, especially at Super Nintendo World. So majority of the things I did here was just eat the food, which I really can't complain. It was really good. And the last day here, we went to Osaka Castle that I thought was pretty cool to look at, but what I enjoyed more was walking around and seeing the other things, like the cool statues, temples where you can give your offerings, which I did for the experience, but for the prayer part, I was praying to Jesus, not whatever that was, respectfully. And after, we went to another must-visit stop in Osaka, which is Nara Park. This park has a bunch of deer just roaming around, and they're famous for actually bowing back at you. It was really cool to see, but beware, some of them are really aggressive. Like this one just tore up this whole bag of stuff we had that didn't even have food. And then you got this dude trying to feed them with the Lady and the Tramp method. But that was the last thing we did before we headed to one of my favorite cities in Japan, which for me was better than Osaka, so make sure to follow if you guys want to see that.